Well, hello and welcome everyone to another edition of Social Media Myths Busted. And today I have a very special guest with us today, Julie Renee. Hi, Julie Renee.
Hi, Laura.
I
Nice
am
to be
so
here.
it's good to have you here. I'm so glad because I know you've had a lot of success on social media and you're doing incredible work in the world. And one of the cool things is um, a lot of the people I've been interviewing are already experts in social media and they teach it and they do it, and that's great. But what I love is having a thought leader in a different genre telling us about their success in social media. So tell us about you. What's the main focus of your work and your vision?
Thank you. Well, I am really out to have a global movement, and it's about being aware of our human blueprint, how we're meant to regenerate, cells, glands, and organs meant to regenerate. And one of the ways that I really promote that is by being balanced and happy, living a vibrant, healthy life. And so with social media, especially Facebook, is really, really great for popping up images and reminders about being healthy. It's an awesome way to get people in the conversation about what they're doing and what they could be doing differently in such subtle ways. I mean, you can just ask a question and notice how people respond. And I look at that and I think, I put something up and somebody will respond, "Oh my God, I needed this message today. Thank you so much for posting it." So when I went on Facebook, I committed to only putting things that would be a positive influence that would help people in the world. And so every post that I make is going to be uplifting. It's going to be a little secret to how I do things, or something that I know that works, or something that will engage my followers and the people who are interested in what I'm doing in going deeper in their process.
Now, do you talk about results that you get with your clients on social media at all, or is it simply tips and uplifting messages?
You know, sometimes I do, but not really. I don't. The results that I get with people are amazing, and um, I don't think that I would. I'm once in a while we'll post a video from somebody. They'll do a testimonial video, and they'll say, "I'm so excited because I got this big reboot, and this is what's happening with me." And that'll happen maybe like once a month. But for me to kind of like take it on a little bit like da 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 da, we did this. I generally don't do it. I guess in a roundabout way, because I'll post an article on PR Log, and then I'll have it come up on Facebook and on LinkedIn and Twitter, and that would be on results. So I would on those, like in an article, I would bring it in that way.
Nice. And so, in what ways has social media helped your success?
You know, it really, in Facebook, last fall, I went from being a person to a celebrity, and it is entirely Facebook. Entirely Facebook. I had a strategy. I talked with my girlfriend, Barbara Niven, who's a media trainer and a Hollywood actress, and she's, my best buddy. And she said, "Oh, I can see how you could really up level your game here. This is how you do it." And she showed me how to do the behind the scenes. And I was going to meet the media in New York. I was going to the National Publicity Summit. And so for a couple weeks before I went, I started posting little exciting things and who I was going to meet, and taking pictures of a stack of books or an empty cup of coffee, whatever. I was just like creating this little buzz so that by the time I was on my way to New York, and I did updates as I was going from airport to airport and to the hotel, and starting to meet like people, the producers from The View and from the Today Show, and I would post a little bit about what they told me, like a sentence or two. And so people were getting like updates the whole time I was at the National Publicity Summit. And that just totally put me into celebrity realm. It just, the way that we did it, she said, take pictures when you're in the airplane, which I did, take pictures as you're in the taxi, because it's the behind the scenes that people get really excited about. They want to make the journey with you. And definitely my game totally changed after that.
Well, so tell us where you were at before, like what were you doing and how big was your following and what results were you having before and then what changed after?
Okay. Um, I was posting lots of like an article a week that would go from either PR Log or from my blog, at least one, sometimes more. I was posting inspirational pictures with questions, and I was posting nature pictures. And I just wasn't getting the engagement I wanted. I was getting some engagement, but as I learned this new technique, I started getting up to like 80, 90 comments. And that isn't all the time, but people will build, the excitement builds, and people start sharing with their friends. And so I notice now when I have something big, people are there, they're faster there. I wouldn't say that dramatically the numbers changed. It's that how I'm viewed is changed. You know, like I just really feel like I'm now viewed as a public figure, and I felt like I was a normal, everyday poster before I went through that experience. And I had actually, the cool thing is I had done the National Publicity Summit 2 years ago, and I didn't have any results. Like I had a little bit of results with the publicity people, but I had this intention to make a great leap, a huge, gigantic leap with this summit. And I did. As a result of that summit, I did like 70 radio interviews so far and 8 TV interviews, and I've been interviewed for some books and some magazines, and so
Can you repeat just that last phrase? It kind of blanked out. You did 70 radio
yes,
interviews, 80, eight TV shows, something about featured in books and
and magazines. And
magazines.
my intention out of this event was to go to celebrity status, to just, you know, it's frustrating to have this amazing skill, and I know a lot of the listeners today have an incredible skill, and to not be recognized as the expert they are. And I think that that was one of the things that I was feeling like, gosh, I've been in my business at the time, it's been 22, 23 years now. It felt like I should have gotten to that celebrity place. It felt like I should have had that, whatever, that celebrity status. And I just went for it. And I really did the specific things that I knew to do to make that leap. And I still have a little bit of room in my personal Facebook. I think I have 4,200 friends right now, a little more than 4,200 friends. And then I have my business pages. That's another 4,000 about on my business pages.
When
It's
you
about
were,
8,000. Yeah.
yes, so when you were building your behind the scenes campaign, were you doing that primarily on your business page, your personal page, or both?
I really did it on my personal page.
Yeah.
That was where there were people interacting. That was where the engagement was. That's where the juice was. I'm actually now, just today, we got up for, or actually I apologize, 3 new tabs, which are contest kind of tabs and things that I'm going to start really working my business page. So you're actually catching me while we're just developing a launch strategy. So we'll be giving away an iPod Nano. We'll be doing some Facebook ads as well as the tabs. There's a free assessment in there. There's a discount, 20% on some of my programs. And we're starting to just really tweak the business page to start getting a lot more action on the business page.
Lovely. That's not an easy thing to do these days as Facebook moves more and more to the pay to play game. So if you're going to drive ads there, that's brilliant to have all those from the coupon to the giveaway to unique content for members and since you've built such a incredible friend base, you probably can get a lot of traction on your business page as a result too.
Yeah, I think that that's going to happen. We've got an automated system. We did Grow Social, which I can set up so that it does post. But you know, I really want to say that one of the things that makes the engagement so good for me is that I'm there. I'm personally there every day. I'm interacting with people. I'm having conversations with people. People feel me. I have a girlfriend, and I won't mention her name, but she has it all kind of automated with bots. And it's funny because she does, like marketing stuff, and you'd think that she'd know better, that the automated bots does not get any engagement. I mean, unless
Right.
you're really putting in sincere questions, and then you're popping in to answer when people share their heart, the bots are not going to do you any good.
Exactly. Yeah, well, personal engagement it does. And how much time do you take each week on using social media and engaging?
That's a really good question. I would say I go on 3 or 4 times a day when I'm in office, and when I'm traveling, I'll go in at least twice a day. And then when I've hit the wall and I'm overwhelmed, I will go on once a day. And it, I think that total time in social media, um, maybe a couple hours a week.
A week? Okay. So when you go on, you pop on to see what's going on and to submit some content? And
I do.
then,
I have prepped over 100 quote pictures, images, so I can get those up pretty quickly and then get to work. And I'll post a question, and it's all in preparation. There's a wonderful tool called Pick Monkey or Monkey Pick, and
big
it's a program that you can set up pictures and images, and you can set up quotes. And honestly, I can go into my pictures file, and I've got all these images with all these quotes. And so even on a day when I'm on overdrive and I've got 2 VIP clients coming and I've got to answer a bunch of emails, I will be able to make a really beautiful post. People love those images. And I would say make the images personal if you're going to do is it monkey pick? I get
pick,
the two
pick
reversed.
monkey.
Anyway,
Pick
pick a
monkey.
monkey. It is pick monkey.
Yeah.
Make them personal. I do beach pictures and rappelling down waterfalls and, you know, me on a donkey and whatever, but those are the ones that really inspire people. Those are the ones that people just like, oh my God, you're doing that, you're crazy, or I love that, or you're amazing, or whatever, but it engages people because they're getting to see my heart. I think the other thing is people really love when I post pictures of like me and my mom and dad or me and my brother or something like that. I get a lot of really sweet responses from people when I show them a little bit of my personal life.
So you're getting a lot of engagement. Is it translating? And then you've gotten, do you think your media attention has come as a result of your Facebook attention, or is there something else you're doing?
Yeah, I think it all works together. I think that media and publicity and social media, they all work hand in hand. And I would say that, yeah, I'm being considered for a PBS special. I'm getting considered on some very big stages. It all works hand in hand. I would say I don't approach social media like it's going to make me money. I approach social media like it's creating a kind of celebrity buzz, an excitement, a presence that I'm owning my bigness. And I'm not trying to sell somebody something on social media. They know who I am. The website is on the banner. They know what I'm up to. I'm I'm actually engaging them as friends and followers and people that are in my world. And it's super fun.
And then what do you see? Do you see clients coming as a result of not selling and just engaging and building these friendships?
You know, it's a really interesting thing where clients come from. But yeah, I think because I know that you have to connect with people maybe 11 to 13 times before they really make a decision to work with you. So where people come from and how many times they've seen whatever they've seen, people do say, oh yeah, I love your posts. And then they end up being my client. But they might have also seen me speak, or they might have heard me on a telesummit. I think it all works together. The thing is, if you go with, I'm going to work social media to make money, it's the wrong idea. You just aren't going to do it. You aren't going to be successful. If you go with, I'm going to work social media to contribute to people, I'm going to add value, I'm going to make their life better, and I'm going to really watch and see what people respond to. And, you know, it's all about also getting the engagement right. If you're coming from your heart, they're going to get it. If you're coming from a place of trying to teach them something, that usually doesn't land well. You know, people, if you, it's really interesting, even the difference between mentor and teach. If you're going with mentoring, they like it better, they engage better than if you try and teach them a concept. And if you are really just coming from the heart and saying, you know, I noticed I was really stressed today, and these are the things I did. What do you do when you're stressed? There's so much love flowing. You know, it's just like people want to share what their solutions are, or they want to love you back. So it's not about being like this great celebrity. It's about being real.
Yeah, when you get real stuff happens. And
Yeah.
and it's hard, like you said, it's hard to say where the clients come from because if you're touching them on Facebook, you're touching them through an email, they see you on the radio or hear you on the radio, see you in an article, then all of a sudden it's like, ah, yes, Julie, Renee, I have to, yes, let me call her, or let me pick up and see how I can contact her or buy her next course or book or what have you. So it's great. So I heard a myth in there because we want to talk about myths, and
Yeah.
which was, going on to a lot of people go on to social media with the intention of making money. That really stops people in their tracks, and really thwarts their ability to succeed. Are there any other myths you see people buying into on social media that's
Well,
stopping them?
and I'll just say, I just had really a foible from somebody, a radio interviewer referred somebody to me, and she contacted me through social media, the person she referred, and tried to sell me a product. She just said, hi, oh, I heard that you do this great thing. I want you to sell my product. And it was just so aggressive, straight on blah, that, but my commitment to mentoring, I responded back to her and I said, hey, there was a whole bunch of things missing in this communication. A, you didn't research me to find out I don't sell other people's products. B, you didn't even ask me if there was a need for this. And C, I realized that this was probably a good product, but the way that you contacted me didn't work in 100 different ways. So I wish you all the best, and I'm sure your product is good, but I don't sell other people's products, and it didn't work for me. So I think when you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get to somebody, I'm going to get them. That's like the biggest turn off. Oh my God, please don't do that. And I think there's a funny historical myth that you're going to laugh your butt off when I tell you, which is I was really quite innocent about technology 6 years ago. I had never been on a website 6 years ago. I was afraid I would get a virus, so I didn't go on Facebook because I didn't want my computer to get sick.
Yeah, that's a logical one. People have gotten viruses from clicking on Facebook, so 6 years ago especially.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm over that. I've grown up.
Yeah, there's a lot of fear around social media.
Mhm.
And one of the reasons I'm compelled to write this book, and in particular for the small business entrepreneur, passionate, you know, service professional type, because they're the ones, this is a level playing field now. We have access to millions of people that we didn't before around the world as a small business owner, and it's a unique opportunity. And the big corporations that have a lot of money to employ people, to educate them, to put money into advertising and graphic design and all that, yeah, they can do it really well. And there's a lot of books written about what they're doing, but there's half as many, if that many, books written about what can the small business owner do.
Yeah.
So that's my mission, and that's why I love to hear how you generated your own celebrity status. Now, if somebody wasn't going to the media summit, they wanted to generate their celebrity status, because I think that's a great intention, because
Mhm.
that brings opportunities, whether it's media opportunities and or visibility to your market. Where would you suggest they start?
Well, one of the things that I realized is I do red carpet events. I go to red carpet events and I get pictures taken. But I also just go to like speaking events where there'll be a couple celebrities that are speaking. And a lot of times you can snap a photo with them. And I put up in Pinterest. I put up Julie Renee and her celebrity friends. Well, that gets viewed like crazy. Now, I don't know that that gets me business, but it certainly gets me credibility. So get pictures with everybody, any teacher, any celebrity, any actor, actress, anybody who has any fame, get a picture with them. So
Yeah.
that's one thing. You know, you can do the little videos on the spot, the little video on the spot recorder, and people really do enjoy that. And keep it really short, 30 to 45 seconds on the spot. They're not going to really watch much longer than that. They're on Facebook, they're scanning down. If they can see that it's a short video, they're going to go for it. And you can just directly upload into Facebook your little video from your iPhone.
So you
Um,
make your own celebrity
yeah,
self,
well,
your
and you
own
can,
celebrity.
yeah, you can show where you are and that you're there because of this event, but now you're taking in the sights. Or I did that in Philadelphia, and I did all the all our nation's first capital, and the first Congress and all that, the Liberty Bell, and I did a little photo shoot along the way, and it was a snowstorm in Philadelphia, and I got so many people watching everything I was doing, and I was like buried in snow, and I somehow got out of Philadelphia. It was funny anyway, but it was like a fun little journey that people took with me.
Do you think people get what you do from and how you can contribute to them more from your skills and talents and what you do for your business through what you post on online?
Yeah, I think so. I think a few years ago, I think that people actually had the impression that I was pretty unusual. And I got either the kind of hero worship, like savior kind of worship kind of thing, which I don't like, or I got, you're really weird, I don't get it, you have very strange things that you do. And so I don't know, I kind of like scared people or something. The thing that social media has allowed me to do is have people see how grounded and how based in truth and in a life of balance and happiness. I think that that's very steadily, they can see I'm a very trustworthy person. I think that these are really important things, especially when you're doing something so unusual, where I'm regenerating cells, glands, and organs using the human blueprint. I mean, that's just the quantum field, and people are going, whoa, but they don't go whoa on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, and they engage with me. I was also thinking about building celebrity. I did 3 years on um, Blog Talk Radio. And if you go with the $99 a month program rather than the free one, get yourself kind of nailed down so you know what you're doing. For maybe do 6 episodes without promoting, and then go up to the $99 promotion. You'll get 10,000 headlines hits a month. And I was bringing in 6,000 listeners a month very quickly. So if you're thinking about celebrity status, that was one of the things that really made a difference. I think the other thing is in YouTube, because I put up a lot of videos, it's good to pay someone who's really an expert to have some awesome videos up, and then it's good to put your own little posts up too, so that you have these really high quality, amazing, knock your socks off videos, and then you have the little sweet on the spot vignettes that you're giving your advice. And what I noticed, a couple things, keywording changed night and day. Keywording in the titles, keywording in the written content. I have all of my videos transcribed, and HTTP, a clickable link, is very, very important, at least one clickable link in that content. And those are things I learned this year, and I've been on YouTube for like 4 years. And I learned it maybe 6, 8 months ago. Barbara Niven was saying to me, how are you doing that? Because I was getting like 10,000 hits a month on my YouTube channel. And she was baffled that I was getting so much. But it's keywording in the title, proper clickable links, so it's good.
So tell us, what is your link to your YouTube channel? What is your link to your Facebook page? And so people can come
Yes,
see you.
that's really good. If you do Julie Renee Doring YouTube, you'll get me. And you'll do the same in Facebook, Julie Renee Doring. The business page is Reverend Julie Renee Doring, Doering. The reason I say that is there are 4 YouTube channels. So just do Julie Renee Doring YouTube and you'll get the right one.
And Reverend Julie Renee Doring for Facebook.
For the Facebook business page, yes.
Okay, great. We'll put them in the YouTube notes because uh, Google and YouTube have evolved to the point where what we're doing now is a Google Hangout, as you know, but
Yes.
this becomes a YouTube video actually. This is like the simplest way to create YouTube videos is interview other people or simply put yourself on camera and a Hangout on air. Start broadcast, do your thing, stop broadcast, it's up, it's running, it's on YouTube. You can go in and edit it, put your keywords in, descriptions, links, title. You can even put it in on the beginning, but you don't have to. So,
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I'm so excited to learn more about Google Hangout.
yeah.
You are the expert, my dear. I'm very excited.
Yeah, there's always new things to learn, and I'm continuing learning, and then of course it changes, so there's always new things to learn again.
So true. Everything
Yeah.
keeps changing.
Is there a particular keyword now, given that you're in such an esoteric kind of field, that really works for your that people find you with?
Well, I'm just going through a rebranding. I'm working with a Hollywood branding expert, Sue Melke. And what we have been using is brain rejuvenation expert. So if you Google that, you'd see that I was on the top of the Google search for brain rejuvenation expert. I've used energy healing and energy healer as well. And even though I don't call what I do energy healing, that is what people are used to. People are used to Reiki. They're used to, there's certain buzzwords that people know, and so we're using the buzzwords that people know. How to meditate properly. I use that quite a bit. That's something that's searched all the time. Yoga. It's funny because if you do something that's kind of the words that are similar to the ones that people want, those are the ones that we're using. And then I've keyworded my name also, so I put that into everything because, again, building celebrity status, you want people to look for your name as well.
And a lot of people keyword the misspelling of their name, like my name, I often will keyword the misspelling, the common
Oh, good.
misspelling. Yeah,
Love
so there's
that.
all kinds of tips and tricks on keywording, and it makes sense. So YouTube is huge. It's great. I just love YouTube because it enables us to put the videos anywhere, Facebook to our website to YouTube, and then it just Google's my hero right now. Is there any other piece of advice you'd like to leave people with to inspire them now that they might be willing to step out and play a bigger game on social media?
Yeah, you can do this. I mean, from who I was 6 years ago, afraid to go on the computer, and I mean, it's hysterical. I wouldn't book appointments. People would send me a message, and I wouldn't look at my email for 6 weeks. That was like 6 years ago. And now I'm on every day, and I'm having fun with it. I think the thing to do is take the fear out of here and just look at it as fun. And, I was so influenced by an early teacher who said, there's so much garbage on social media. You have to decide who you're going to be on social media and then be a stand that you don't, slip. And she was so right in saying that, in that when I think about what I do, it's really to contribute to other people and to have fun, to uplift people, to make a difference. And that's what you can do. And you can take the fear out of people judging you and really put the love and the fun in.
Amen, sister. Speaking to the preaching to the choir, but hopefully people who are listening today are even more inspired because I agree. If you can do it, anyone can do it. And it's not rocket science. If you get over your fear, if you're willing to step through that fear and take a stand and be the stand on social media for using social media for good and higher purposes.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to interview you because I know you do that, and that is my cause from the marketing side to help good people with important messages that make a difference use social media for the highest good.
I love it, Laura. I love it. And I think about that when you do that, when you do it really committed every day, There are people who, I think I have a few followers who are shut-ins, and they often will make nice comments about my posts. But you think about people who may not even get out of their house ever, and and that the what they get is a steady stream of love on their Facebook, and what a difference that makes to the shut-ins too. So anyway.
Yeah. So we'll keep doing our thing, doing your good work. Uh, Tell people how they can find you, like your website.
Yes, it's Julie, Julie, Renee, Renee.com. And I have a free assessment there, so come in and fill out the 100% free assessment.
Yeah, she's got a ton of, you've got a ton of great resources there. So julierenee.com, we will see you there. Thank you for busting through some myths with us and helping people turn their resistance into revenue and good for them in their work and their world. We'll see you
Laura,
next time.
thank you so much, and blessings with your book. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Bye for now.